Hi everybody, I'm meteorologist Roland Stedham. Let's give you an update here. More of the same. We had a very vigorous cold front that went through the area bright and early this morning. Again, it was never supposed to be a really wet event, but it was supposed to be a windy event, and we did get some gusty winds throughout portions of western Idaho. Take a look at some of these numbers. Boise had a wind gust of 47 miles per hour, Caldwell 44, Ontario 44, Mountain Home had a 60-mile-an-hour gust, McCall 46, and Twin Falls 68 miles per hour. Now, are we tapping into any cold air with these fronts moving through? And the answer is no. Again, this is the average high. Now, what normally happens, 38 degrees is where the sun angle says we're supposed to be. If the temperature readings are above the sun angle, the temperature with the sun angle, that means that there's something else that's influencing that atmosphere, and that something else is a very warm fetch of moisture that continues to stream in from just north of the Hawaiian Islands. So temperatures will range from the 40s to near 50 degrees right through the weekend into Monday. And normally this time of the year, I also want to say that it's tough to get to the average high. I mean, this time of the year, winter begins in 4 days, and we would normally be seeing temperature readings, 20s, sometimes in the teens for daytime highs, easily low 30s. If we had a day where we hit the average, I'd say, wow, it was a nice day, but we're just can't get there because of the flow that we're in. So here's what we can expect. Periods of rain and snow tomorrow. Do not be surprised to see snow in the mid-morning in the Treasure Valley. It will not accumulate, but there may be a burst of snow with the next surge of moisture coinciding with the coldest temperature readings of the day, but it will quickly change over to rain, and that's because it's a warm front that's moving in tomorrow. So as the front moves in, maybe a little snow, but it will then start to warm up behind that front, and it will change over to rain. Periods of rain on Friday. Dry on Saturday. Unsettled weather is expected on again, off again for much of next week. The Futurecast is the best way for me to explain what's going to be happening. Here's right around 8 o'clock in the morning. So right at the rush time, Treasure Valley, much of the I-84 looks dry. You might see a little bit of snow going up into the blues with snow in central and eastern Oregon. This is what's going to approach right around mid-morning through lunchtime. Now, what do you see there? You look at that and you go, hey, it's going to snow in the Treasure Valley. But again, this is a warm front. This is moving in this direction from south to north. So that means there's warm air that's pushing that front along. So any snow that we have with no accumulations anticipated changes over to straight up rain showers as the warm air catches up to the front. But we should see some snow in the mountains. Now let's advance this and let's go into Friday. Catch a little bit of a break early Friday morning, but then sometime lunchtime through the early afternoon. This is a cold front that moves through, and it's straight up rain showers in the Treasure Valley. So it's just going to be kind of unsettled here for some time. The pattern, again, is stuck in this rut. If I was to show you, if I was to show you a satellite image from a week ago, you would say it looks exactly the same. Big trough of low pressure up here in the Gulf of Alaska between there and British Columbia, and the flow around that trough just pulls in this moisture from the southwest. This is a Pineapple Express. This extends all the way down to the north of the Hawaiian Islands with the southwesterly flow. That's just a warm fetch of air. Mild temperature readings expected, mostly valley rain. Snow ranging between 4,000 to 8,000 feet. So that means occasionally the ski resorts will get snow, but then it could change over to rain. But almost all areas at 8,000 feet and above should be seeing all straight up snow. But that's the tippy tops of the mountains. So the 7-day forecast for the valley, a mixture of snow, then changing over to rain. Then periods of rain on Friday, dry on Saturday, periods of snow to rain again on Sunday, periods of rain on Monday, periods of rain on Christmas Eve, and if I was to extend this beyond 7 days, the models just say more of the same. For the mountains, it's the following. Periods of snow at first, which could then change over to a wintry mix in the mountain valleys tomorrow afternoon as the warm front catches up. On Friday, periods of rain and snow. Dry on Saturday, periods of rain and snow. Mountain valleys on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And again, I just don't see that cold air wanting to move in, and it's just not happening because of the same pattern that we're stuck in. I'll show you one more thing here. Let me show you one more satellite image. The same pattern that we're stuck in, and what we're stuck in is the following. So I'll zoom out here and a little different perspective. Here's that low in the Gulf of Alaska. It's stationary, and it's just tapped in to this incredibly mild air that's moving in from the Hawaiian Islands. It cools off a little bit as it gets into our northern latitudes, but that's the source of our moisture. So it's going to be really tough to see any snow anytime soon. I certainly do not anticipate, based on what I'm seeing right now, a white Christmas for the Treasure Valley. But we will continue to get water in our reservoirs. We just need to start getting snow in our mountains for our summertime snowpack. But there's still time. We'll continue to watch this. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. 24 hours a day, you can get my latest forecast and all of the latest weather information on idahonews.com. Have a good night.